What's up, Lewis? What's going on? New York. Apparently this is some heavy-duty stuff. You gonna come on the show?
I'm gonna come on the show.
Introducing from that corner, Fernando Lopez. What's going on, Fernando? How's it going? Whoa, you just straight up turned them off, huh?
Oh,
yeah, you couldn't turn them down a little bit, do a nice fade in or anything like that. I mean,
stop, people.
What's up from Athens, Georgia?
What's up, Sean? What's up, John? Scott.
What's up? Happy Saturday. That's right, it's Saturday. What's up, John? How's it going, buddy? Dean. Let's just go, Dean. Let's just,
Tony from UK. What's going on, buddy?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on? So that's Saturday, and if any of you guys noticed this box behind us, and you happen to catch the live show, the Thanksgiving show that was, then we teased it. We were like, hey, we got a box. It's 80th anniversary of somebody.
Hi from Bolivia.
We got an 80th anniversary box. The compressor's off because we just got done filming some podcasts. So for those of you that are following us on the podcast, we filmed 2. There's going to be... Hopefully tonight when I get home, I'm going to upload one review for the Patreon guys, and I'm going to upload last week's up for the rest of you. So iTunes, Podbeam, and Google Play. I had one guy talk to me that said, you guys just talk about common sense stuff. And it's like, yeah.
Sometimes.
12-0 for a cause. 12-0 for a cause. We have a full video on it. It needs to say it's a bunch of 12 volters, 12 volters. People like you guys, people like us, and what it is it's a GoFundMe. They're trying to raise $50,000 for
St. Jude kids.
That's right, and they have prizes. So if you donate more than $20, your name goes into a raffle. You could win a prize. There's thousands of dollars worth of prizes.
Huge prizes.
And it's a lot of neatness. We do have a video. Go back. It was like late part of last week. Watch the video. It's like a 6-minute video. We tell you everything there is to know about it. But everyone, hopefully at this point, it should be donated. Give whatever you want, but $20 to get you in the raffle.
Yeah.
Go check out that video. This is just up there, of course, to remind you guys in case you forgot. Go do it. Anyways, as I was saying, for those of you guys, yo, Brock's in the house.
Yo.
What's up, Bobby?
What's up, Ryan?
Hey, from Oklahoma.
I was the first to hit the like button tonight. Thank you, Dave.
What's up with Ryan? Why is he going to say that?
What happened?
For Jew kids. I don't get that. That's mean. What is mean by efficiency of the amplifier? Basically what that means is when you put every amplifier, if amps were 100% efficient, they'd be small. They could give you what you put into them would mathematically be what you got out of them. But
Dominican Republic.
amplifiers aren't 100% efficient.
Yeah.
So what happens is there's an efficiency loss, meaning that the power they consume is more than the power they put out. It's the conversion of going from this to that.
Yep.
So depending on the amplifier, some amplifiers are more efficient, and amplifiers have gotten a lot more efficient, so that's why they're smaller. But the efficiency rate of the amplifier is what it can do with the amount of power coming in corresponding to the amount of power going out. A very inefficient amplifier will consume a lot of power and put out not a lot of power.
Yep.
An efficient amplifier will consume power, but then do something with it very effectively. So it's kind of like efficiency, it's just that. So like, are you efficient at work, meaning do you work smartly and whatnot. So the more efficient the amplifier, the better it is with creating the power with what it's getting
performance
fed.
that it's gonna do.
So don't worry, we're going to talk about that more when we get around to that Kicker amplifier over that cool KX 801, because Kicker is a great example of this because they have multiple amplifiers that are the same power. And one of the things that separates them is the efficiency rating. So the better built amplifiers are actually more efficient than the cheaper amplifiers. So that's what you're going to find, is that the more expensive the amplifier, usually the more efficient it is because it's got better parts in it, it's a better
Definitely,
design, whatnot.
Class A, B are very efficient.
No, they're not very efficient. Class A, B is not efficient. They are inefficient. Okay, they actually consume more power. But when you compare it to a Class A amplifier, Class A is the most inefficient. Okay, it's not probably the most, but a Class A on efficiency is the least efficient, and AB was more efficient, and then the new Class Ds are even more efficient than that. But you're giving up something every time you went from those classes. So when you had a Class A was going to be your best sounding, most efficient amplifier. Basically, they were room heaters.
Okay.
They got real hot because they stayed on 100% of the time. Class AB is what changed that and made that more efficient. You lost some of the sound quality. Okay. But an AB still sounds better than a D, but an A sounds better than an AB.
Okay.
I know, right?
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So, but yes, Class D is going to be more efficient than an AB, but an AB is going to sound better most of the time.
Depending what kind of amplifier that you get.
So, I have
for
a buzzing
somebody
sound Y. That's going to shake the screen. I have a buzzing sound Y. I don't know. From us?
Donald. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
For
Hey,
Donald,
Donald.
Donald. Sometimes we try to reply every question that you guys send us. Sometimes we can. That's why we make these
I can
live
tell you
shows.
right now we can't because we get about 3,000 to 4,000 emails a month of questions. So
that's what we try. That's what we make these shows. So if you have any questions, please type it in here. If we can respond your question and and other Facebook or Instagram or something like that, just try to make it in here. And if you can, we can.
So the new Z series Pioneer, those are pretty nice. Since we're talking about Pioneer, let's get back to this box reel here. We promised you we were going to talk about it. Hello from Thailand. Let's go ahead and talk about this guy right here. So this is it's 80th anniversary Pioneer. So what they did is they put together a full package, and this one is for sale. And inside this box is some really cool products that are all special 80th anniversary. It's a full system in a box. And what it comes with is a set of the new TSZ 165 CH2s. So we've opened these before, so we don't really need to get to that. But it comes with a set of these. It comes with 3 PRS D800 amplifiers. Now these are all 2-channel amplifiers, and it comes with 3 of these bad boys. And each one of these things is specially mounted with the 80th anniversary on them. So right here it says 80th anniversary. So this amplifier is for sale in the non-80th anniversary version of it. But this one, because it is 80th anniversary, it's a limited edition 80th anniversary, and you get 3 of these in the box. All right. Ooh. Okay. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set it over here.
All right. What's in the box?
I don't know. All right, and then we're also gonna get a special version of the TSZ. That's the Z subwoofer you're just asking about. 10-inch shallow mount driver. So you get an 80th anniversary one of those.
The bench is too tall for me.
And like I said, here's the second amplifier. And here's the third amplifier. Now, the reason why they give you 3 amplifiers is so you can go active. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh my gosh, what do you mean active? Is the sensitivity, your mic sensitivity is off, feeding a low tone.
It is plugged in all the way?
Yeah, it's on. It's got the 80 Hz I pass on. Let me check.
Well, I mean, any other guys that having the same problem? Let us know. Yeah.
Hey, hang on.
I hear it. Okay, so Christian here, fine.
Maybe the air vent's right above it. I just went ahead and shut the air conditioner off, so maybe it was blowing on the top of the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try that. Hey, Jeremy from Cali, what's going on?
Hi, Jeremy.
All right, now the reason why, as I was saying, the reason why it comes with 3 amplifiers is so you can go active, all right? And that means you get a tweeter, mid, sub. So you have 3 amplifiers for that. Now, the reason why you can go active is what's in this box. Now what's in this box right here, is the reason why most of these people are going to be like,
loud and clear, perfect.
I I should almost ask you if you Pioneer guys want to guess what's in here, because this is the thing. This is what's...
Okay, wait. Yeah, don't take it out. Just.
Does anybody want to guess? We want to guess what
yeah.
this is? So we've talked about the 3 amplifiers it comes with. We've talked about the components, the brand new Z series high-end components. We talked about the woofer. So that could only mean this is a full system in a box. There only is one thing left.
Come on, guys.
That one thing, what could it possibly be? Fernando, we are your fans. Oh, thank you.
What's up, man? Thank you so much.
DSP box. It's not a DSP box, but
DSP
Pioneer
box.
does have the
Nope.
new DSP, which we talked about last week. We
DEQ.
should have bought one of those over.
No.
No, it's not a DEQ. Remember, it's Pioneer. Ved fixed it. Tone is gone. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we
like
set this
right
up.
there.
The mic is right underneath the vent, so I'm thinking it was probably blowing on that, and I didn't.
Dominican Republic.
I didn't put the dead cat on it.
80 PRS. 99 PRS.
There you go, Sean.
Boom.
Okay, so what we got here is the famed, the one, the only, the DEX
Processor.
99 RS. That's right, guys. For those of you that are PRS 80 fans, this is the big brother. This is where it all started. They brought this radio back just for the 80th anniversary. So you get a limited edition, and I mean very limited edition, 80th anniversary P99 RS. So if you're talking about, okay, if you're talking about a, like, ooh,
Yeah.
this is the ooh right here. Now this whole set, we got one of them. One of you guys can buy it. If you guys are interested in this or want to know how much it costs, Paul's dealing on this. He's gonna deal. It's a deal.
It's a full package.
Full package. Normally I don't talk about price.
Sean, it's a Pioneer guy. There you go, Sean.
I don't know how much this goes for. He just said, you know, I saw it came in the other day, and he's like, hey, I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to talk about it. He goes, you want to tell people the price? I was like, no, I don't do price on the show. But if you're interested in it, go ahead and give him a call, 727-216-6170. He'll give you a price. It's the whole thing. We have one of them. It's going to go to a nice home, I'm sure. Not real worried about it. He's not going to piece it out, though, so you got to buy the whole thing. So if it's something you're interested in, give him a call. Otherwise, I don't care. But yeah, so one of the things that makes this different than everything else, it's
$5,000.
I really want
$9.99. Yeah, just. Huh?
Here, set that aside.
Okay. Oh, you want to open it?
Well, no, I'm just going to take a look and see if I can get to it without really getting into it. I don't want to. Ooh, you can see it. Oh, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it because it's okay. You kind of see that right there. That shiny. Okay, that shiny part right there. I don't know if I can get it. Ooh, no, that doesn't help. That shiny part right there, which I'm not going to pull it out because I don't want to touch it. That's copper. This has a full copper chassis for the radio. It's full copper. But that's why I don't want to pull it out because I don't want to touch that copper.
Sounds good.
Ooh, look at those RCAs. Man.
What's up from Australia?
Pigtail RCAs on a Pioneer. Oh, say it ain't so.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. So we got mid-range output, high output, subwoofer output, and low-range output. Oh, wow. So it's got 4-channel output.
Dean, put the 80 PRS in the Camaro.
You know, I was actually thinking about that. And,
Really?
Yeah, because what I was gonna do is remember the little RTA screen that I bought that we never did anything with. It's sitting over there in the drawer. I was thinking about putting the 80 PRS and then putting the that right below it and doing old school style. But then I thought the PRS 80's Bluetooth sucks, and I'm not gonna plug it in. So that ended that. Yeah, pretty quick. All right, so that was fun. That was show and tell. We haven't done show and tell in a long time, so I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. Only 80 sets made, selling for $5,000 each. I can tell you right now, it's not gonna go for $5,000. It's gonna go a lot cheaper. So
just please
if you're
call Paul.
in it, give him a call.
Yeah, if you guys interested or you just want to know how much, just call Paul. And he will give you
one of you guys is gonna get the deal of the century on that.
He will give you a for you price.
Oh, you're gonna get a for you price for sure.
Yeah.
There's no question
What's
about
up
that.
from Miami? Okay.
Order the DEX is $250. Yeah. Yeah. So I did order. So
What?
Yeah, Yeah, it's more than that. All right, so watts. All right,
Like
so let's
what is
call
the watts?
How much power are these?
No,
Okay, I have no idea. Hold on, let me see if there's a. We opened this.
No, you already opened that one.
Okay, hang on. I don't know what I did with the sheet though. Hold on. Oh, I put it in that. I put it in the radio box. The sheet's in there.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and pull that out. I forgot to open that. You wanna look?
This one?
Yeah, that's it. You wanna look while I look at these? Hey, from Los Angeles, Christian, man, relax. If you want one, just give him a call. How is that on the copper plate head unit? Yeah, that's right. It's copper. What prefer, active crossover or 7-band half-ton EQ? I mean, 7-band half-ton EQs typically I don't like those because they make a lot of noise. 2x2, it's 250 by 2. So they've already hooked this up.
Okay.
So
all right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Who uses deck power on a 99? Nobody. Oh, it's not. It's the amplifier power. They're talking about how much of the 3 amps that it comes with. So, anyways, we'll set this over here. All right. So on with the show. On with the show. Let it go, man. Let it go. That's enough of that. It's
enough of
taking up
that.
enough of my time.
Okay.
So we hope you guys caught the video we did Friday with the 10
Seattle
things.
checking in.
What's up from the biggest city in the world, Jacksonville?
Clean G35. What's going on, buddy?
164 watch and only 3 likes. Well, 18 likes now, so it's bonus. But yeah, like the show. So we did the 10 things. We had our special guest Jason here at Fro's house from Stereo Kings in Oregon. They have 4 stores up there. That was a lot of fun. That was neat. I had a good time with that. Editing.
Yeah, it was cool.
Editing, we tried some new things with editing, and yeah, so that was really cool. Of course, we had the Thursday show, which was Thanksgiving. We hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I did order the DSP, so the Dayton DSP that Parts Express had on sale.
Because on Thursday we did a live show and somebody said
it's on sale.
It's on sale, so of course you went and bought it.
Yeah, I went and bought it.
Yeah.
So I ordered that. I ordered the DSP. I ordered the Bluetooth dongle because they suggested getting the Bluetooth dongle.
Okay.
And I also ordered the control center for it, so that'll be neat. When Morel Tempo Ultra 692s fit in a 2012 Ram 1500. So the trick to getting a speaker to fit in the Ram is you have to, for one, if you still have the factory speaker in there, yes, you'll be able to get it to fit. All Ram speakers come with the factory speaker has like a 1/2-inch spacer on there.
Hi,
that
from
what typically
Massachusetts.
happens is when you pull that speaker out, you throw it away. Don't do that. Keep that factory spacer. You're gonna need it. Of course, on a 2012, it probably doesn't have that spacer. I was thinking of an older one. So yeah, no, the 2012 should fit in there no problem. It is a big magnet on there, but I don't see any reason. If it does need a spacer, it will only be like an 1/8 of an inch. But typically, once we put the foam around it, we don't have any issues fitting into the Ram. But yeah, it's a nice speaker. Nice Go Dayton. My 4 will be here Tuesday. Yeah,
cool.
I can't wait to play with it. Of course, there's so many things that I need to play with. Thoughts on Crutchfield? You know, there again, just like Amazon, Crutchfield is a necessary evil. There's parts of the country where you just can't get cool car stereo. There's no car stereo shops around, so they offer a service that it's a full electronics place. So they have things that they could sell, and they have people you can talk to, and everyone needs a friend. My only beef about Crutchfield, because I'm assuming that's what you want, is that because they aren't a real retailer and they don't always do the day-to-day like we do, they'll say things don't fit when they fit. And because they're just taking measurements off the internet or something like that, they don't know that they're not going to tell their customers, hey, you know, if you notch this plastic here, remove that plastic there, that'll fit in just fine. They're assuming that they're catering to the lowest common denominator, and that means that you don't get it. You don't get anything special. So,
okay.
Yeah, I want to shut this light off. It's bugging me.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, no.
Much better.
Okay.
So set that back up for the workbench. So that's my thoughts on that. Have you done a 2000? Yeah, Malibu. We have a video on the Malibu. Isn't that the video we did the 3-part series on? Was it Chevy Malibu? I'm pretty sure. Or was it?
Rockford speakers or Pioneers? Depends.
Really like your Christmas list.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Depends what do you actually listen to it. The new C series Pioneers are really good, or the Punch All Power Rockford are really nice also.
Is the Audison Bit 10D good for an Audi A3? The thing with the Audison Bit 10, I'm not gonna lie, okay, I'm not a big fan of the Audison Bit 10, mainly because it's old. It uses old technology. The thing that really irritates me about Audison, and I hear this every time I talk to those guys, it's like, dude, when are you gonna make this thing Mac compatible? When are you gonna make it work on an iPad? I always get the same thing. Oh, talk to the Italians, because that's who makes it. And it's like, I don't want to talk to the Italians. I have a better idea. I'll just use somebody's product that will do that for me. There's nothing wrong with a Bit 10.
No.
Okay, Bit 10
For
works
some
great.
people,
It's a phenomenal
great.
DSP.
Yeah.
My only complaint with it is, it's just old. There's so much newer
And
stuff.
now keep in mind,
that was a cruise we did, not a Malibu.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Now keep in mind the software is updating, so I believe the new software is better.
No, it's the same. They didn't update the software. Now, the 10 is the same. The new one is the Bit HD or whatever it is. That has the new software because that was
Bit 1.
Yeah. Well, no. The Bit 1 and the Bit 10 use the same software. The new Bit HD, the new replacement for it has the updated software.
There you go.
Because that's when Pete was here when we were talking with him, or Jeff Peters was here. He's like, the update for that is to buy the new one.
There you
go. Whatever. Now they just did come out with their new Prima amplifier that I'm looking forward to because that has a DSP built into it, like the audio control stuff. So that ought to be pretty fun. Oh, don't worry, Kevin. We're gonna do a review on the Dayton piece. We just got to get it in and play with it. The remote for the Dayton audio adds noise to the system.
Noise. Okay.
Wonderful.
Hey,
I just bought it because it was like $15-16, so we'll see what happens there. I need a new deck for my 2013 WRX. Only has 8,000 miles. Oh, yeah, there you go. Mine only has 44 in my Camaro. What should I get? Don't need a DSP, a DVD, or navigation. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to look at, in the Pioneer line, you want to look at the MVH radios. They make two MVH. They make a 2400 and they make the MVH 1400, which is the MVH 1400, which is basically it's the older app radio with the newer chassis. So all the things that they just changed on the NEX radios, they updated that and just kept the old screen. The reason why they kept the old screen is because it was capacitive touch. So it is the cheapest capacitive touch radio out there. Now, the one flaw in the thing is that it's only CarPlay. So if you have an Android phone, might not be something you're interested in. If you have an iPhone, it's the best deal in town. Now, if you have Android, you can look at the other MVH radio, or you can check out the Kenwood 7705, or if you can find a 7704, that will work too.
That is awesome, Christian. That is awesome.
Thanks, Cargill.
All right. So this is good.
Are you Puerto Rican?
No, I'm not. I'm from Mexico City.
But his wife is Puerto Rican.
But my wife is Puerto Rican. What is the best way to mount a removable subwoofer in the trunk of the sedan? Single sub. Check the Rockford Fosgate P312 or 10. Also now they make a shallow version of that.
Yeah, was it TR or something like that?
T just stands for the truck. So...
Yeah. Oh, no idea.
So now check that, and they have removable plugs, so you don't have to screw nothing like that. So check it out.
It's really nice. Yeah. I like this question here. It says, why are more people not interested in car audio as much? So, and that's a great question. And the simple answer for that is there's more stuff now, and that's really what it comes down to. Now we live in this world where we have these things that are $1,000. Everyone needs to have an Echo. They need to have lights that turn on and off from that device. There's just so much other stuff out there that really what it comes down to is there's so much to spend your money on. There's now more things to spend your money on than ever. So when it comes down to that disposable income, you have to decide, is it good or good enough? Which one do you want? Do you want better? Well, if you want better, then you're going to be into car audio. The other thing, too, is that the independent retailer, like we were just talking about Crutchfield, a lot of the things have gone to things like Crutchfield. Best Buy, if any of you guys go into Best Buy, you know that the car audio section in that is dismal. It's like, oh, okay, there's a shelf of car audio stuff anymore. They don't really promote it, and no one is pushing or waving the flag going, let's get excited about car audio. Woo, this stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
And they don't know how. That's one of the things behind this show is that it's like, we were just as surprised as you were that there are as many people as there are that are fans of the show because... You know, we knew that going into this, there isn't a ton of people. And you look at somebody like Soundman, who has moved away from just talking about audio and is talking about performance parts and something like that. And like, his numbers don't do as well as looking at, like, Car Audio Fabricator that is stuck to car audio. So it's just weird how this works. But, you know, what we've found is that people, because of life, have moved away from it. And then you have these younger kids that aren't even interested in cars.
No.
Like, they just Uber
They don't even
everywhere.
care.
They don't care. So,
No. Like, you play, what do you play? Pandora, Spotify, and they just want something in the background. They don't care. Some of these kids, they don't care about how clean the sound.
well, you know, I feel like people don't have enough money.
Well,
Don't have enough money
yeah.
or spending enough money.
the parents, they have
well,
it.
you know, but well, let's go back. So the one nice thing too is that if you think about it, it depends on how old you are. But you know, when I bought my first flip out radio, it was $1,000+. Now you can get a flip out radio, or now you can get a fixed index for $250.
Yeah.
So it's definitely come down in price. So I don't even know if money's the issue. It's just there again. There's so many other things we want to spend our money on. Best sounding sub that's around 1,000 watts RMS that'll fit in a ported box.
1.8.
1.8. Ooh, that's a lot of freaking power, man. Really, 1,000 watts? I mean, that's like a ZVX Scar.
Ooh, that's
huge. That's huge. The box, the woofer takes up that much airspace. I mean, I don't think. You know, you might find something that's like max power, 1,000 watts.
Jason?
But I don't think you're gonna find anything that'll actually handle 1,000 watts real power. Like, I don't think you're gonna be putting like a Rockford T1001 onto something. I mean, you have a T1, but even that I think is only like 600 or 700 watts.
Hey, is the Focal PFPX 4.800 amplifiers are good, or any Focal amplifiers are good?
We just got in the 5-channel, so we're going to be playing with that a little bit more, so I don't want to answer that until we've actually had time to play with it. I like the one guy that said his daughter loves his car audio. She's not in, she's into it. She likes car audio. And I will say this, even though
hey, what's up, Robert?
like Haley doesn't know what she loves music.
Yeah.
And I feel as long as you love music, it's a short enough jump to love audio. So, you know, I always tell the story of we were walking through, we have this mall here called International Plaza, and International Plaza has all the high-end stores. So they have the Apple store, the Microsoft store, the Rolex store, and they have the Bose store. And any of you guys that had the pleasure of going into a Bose store, they always have that demo room in the back. What's up, Clean G35? And we're in there, we're walking through, and the guy's like, hey man, come on guys, come listen to the demo, come listen to the demo. And we're like, no, we're good. And they're like, no, come listen to that. And Haley's like, oh, let's go, Dad. And I was like, okay, fine. So we went in there and we listened to whatever. I think at the time they were playing Batman vs Superman, and stuff's exploding and stuff's happening, and it's like, and the guy's just sitting in the back there like this. And we're like, you know, hey, thanks for the demo. It sounded really good. You know, that was nice. We're just wasting time, so that's why we didn't want to bother you. Hey, from Puerto Rico. So we're going down the escalator, and Haley looks at me, and as one of the proudest moments of my life as a dad and an audio guy, she looks at me and she goes, Dad, Father, were those speakers supposed to sound good? And I go, I don't know. What do you think? I think they sounded terrible, Dad. That was the worst thing ever. And I go, is that why? And I hugged her and I said, honey, that's why I love you. And no, they sucked. But she grew up listening to the Morels, because we've had the Morels in the house since she's been born. So every night when we turn on the TV, she sits down and has the joy of listening to these Morels. So naturally, when she's in her car driving and she's listening to her music, she's like, it sounds like crap. She's spoiled, and she doesn't even know it. It's a great thing. But yeah, proud
no
moment.
highs, no lows, must be Bose.
Even Bo said, Haley sucks. Yeah, ultra.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. Why don't you guys ever do bigger, more extreme builds? Okay, great question.
Yeah.
First things first, we don't build. Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't do anything wood. I don't even have a piece of wood here. We build everything out of plastic. So everything we build is in plastic. The reason why we don't do wood is when we were doing wood, it coats the whole shop in sawdust. So it was like, you know, so we would literally have to cut something, the car would get covered in sawdust inside and out.
Yep.
We'd have to stop what we're doing, clean out the car, clean out the showroom, So our turnaround rate is also way too high, meaning we don't have the time.
No.
He doesn't. His business model is not that. Paul's the owner of the shop. His business model is not doing that. So what we do is we try to do the best, and I feel we're doing a pretty good job at what we do. So, and that is building what it takes to do an install, not a custom build. So
Correct.
we will build everything it takes to do the install.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's that.
And that's what we have. Some like Sean. Hey, we need a
Installer
box.
builders, two different
Exactly.
things.
You
Right.
know.
So
we need a box. He built the box. He bring it over here. We don't have to deal with that. We just do the install. Done.
Right. So, but that's why we don't do that. It's just we're just not geared up to do that anymore. One day we may, and that's the one thing. Like if you go back and you catch the old classic Dean car stereo builds where it's all built. And actually, when we started this, we were going to do that, and we did a couple of the cars. There's a couple of cars that have made it up there. It just got to the point where it was
you
like
owned the shop.
I don't know. It's not mine. I get a paycheck just like everyone else. You know, I'm not going to show you my paycheck, but I do happen to have my weekly paycheck right here in my pocket. Oh, that and a paycheck too! Yay! Anyways, so yeah, that's why we don't do it. My ears hurt from here. Aw, poor thing.
I'm sorry.
So for us, we just want to excel at what's in our wheelhouse. And our wheelhouse right now is installation, and we just want to do the best job we can at doing the install. So, all right. Good evening, Bill.
What's going on? I have a question about center console with
Step away,
112 with a 1500 watts. Ooh.
Okay, hold on. Let me roll it back. Where'd it go? All right, there you go. I have a question. Okay.
1500 watts Planet Audio amp, but I want to add 210s under the seat. What kind of amp do I need, or do I need two?
So more than likely, you're going to want to get 2 amps because you're going to have 3 subs. And for me, 3 subs, unless you have a JLW, the 3 ohm subs, which I don't even know if they make anymore. You're going to want 2 amplifiers. One to power, leave this one alone, and one to power those 2 in the back. The other thing, too, is you'll be able to turn off and switch between the 2. You might want to take those one out from underneath the seat. Hey, from Melbourne, what's going on?
What's going on?
So, and there again, if you like the Planet Audio amplifier, just pick yourself up another one of those. There's no reason to change it up. I mean, if it works, buy another one.
Chris, for all the questions that you have right now about Scar Audio, please, the guy actually is going to answer everything for you.
Shane.
His name is Shane of
At
Scar
Scar
Audio.
Yeah.
So just go to Scar Audio, call, ask for Shane. He will help you.
Yeah. Not really versed on all the Scar Audio stuff. Most of that stuff goes out
over
the
the
door,
counter.
over the counter. We don't do
We
a lot
install
of it.
it, like
Yeah, a little
you guys
bit.
saw a picture in
Yeah, the F-150.
You know, we
But
did
even
something
that,
like
we
that.
really didn't sell that. That was a redo.
Somebody sell it?
That was a 911 that we didn't film.
911.
Yeah. So 7-inch LCD, no Bose, but still, gosh, this
Amp.
is just. What did it say? But still.
Still factory amp.
Still factory amp. Okay. I don't know. Okay. So if it's got a factory amp, are we looking to do an amp probe?
Steven from Texas, what's going on, buddy?
Focal amps are good. Even better when you have matching highs, mids. Oh yeah,
That's
for sure.
true. Yeah.
But there again. So we had this conversation the other day. We were talking. Oh, before I go on, see that brown box behind Fernando's shoulder right there?
Which one?
The one behind your shoulder.
Oh,
that
this one?
shoulder. That brown box.
Oh, let me show you.
No, we can't show you what's in that brown box.
Yeah, let me show you.
We can't show you what's in that brown box.
You guys want to
But
see
I'm
it?
excited about what's in
Come
that brown
on.
box. It's going to be cool. But we can't show you what's in it yet until next week. So, but I'm excited what's in that brown box. So, anyways, we were talking the other day about brands
My
like...
gift. So let's say my gift.
Yeah, we're talking about like brands and what they should do. So, for example, we were talking about like audio control. Audio control makes amplifiers and processors. And I said to Fernando, I said, do you think they need to make speakers? And because, and he immediately goes, no. And I was like, well, let's think about it for a minute. There's very few companies out there that are just one-trick ponies. Like, you look at JL Audio. JL Audio started making subwoofers. Mm-hmm. Now they make one of the best processors on the market. They make amplifiers that people love. They make mids and highs that, depending on what grade you get, are just like everyone else's. Then you have companies like Hertz that have taken it one step further, and now they have processors, amplifiers, and they have speakers that cost this much and speakers that cost that much. And then, there's very few products out there. And of course, we want to talk about the Japanese head unit companies that make everything.
Yeah.
So, but there's very few companies out there that just... Shh, Jason, shh. There's very few companies out there...
You can do that to us.
...that just make...
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. As long as he's not watching, I think we'll be okay.
No. No, that would be nice.
So there's very few companies out there that make just that. And, like Focal. For me, Focal is all about speakers, just like Morel. But Morel makes some really nice amplifiers as well as Focal. I've used Focal amplifiers before. I used to sell the amplifiers and I really enjoyed them. So I know the amplifier is going to be great, but I'm not going to wave the flag until I put it in and go, There's enough hints in the show notes there, Jason, or Christian. I gave the way who gave the hints away. Fro. Anyways, so, it's tough. But like you said, I'm just wondering... Like I have OCD, so for me everything should match, but I don't want everything to match because if I want a Kenwood head unit, that doesn't necessarily mean I want speakers, amps, and subs. Right. And there again, I like the audio control amplifiers, and I like the Morel amplifiers, so that's why it kind of gets screwy. And you have to be real particular about what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to go crazy.
Brown box.
Okay.
Yep.
What is the best 8-inch speaker to get a full range sound? Not sub, other than the Bema 40.
Well, okay, so the Bema is a loudspeaker, okay, which means it's a mid-range. It's not a mid-bass. There's a difference there because the mid-range only plays vocal and high vocal. A mid-bass is going to play down to 80 hertz or 40 hertz or 50 hertz. Probably the lowest you'd cross it over is 80, but it will play down to 50 if you have it at like 12 dB and sound really nice. There's two that I know of off the top, well, three. Two that we carry. Mm-hmm. One is going to be the Audison Prima 8, and the other one is going to be the Focal 8-inch integration, whatever that line is. They both make an 8-inch component set. You can buy the Prima 8. Oh, Morel makes an 8 too. I forgot. Morel also has an 8-inch that are all mid-bass. Now, because they're mid-bass, they're not going to be priced like those brands, that's the brand. They're not going to be priced like a loudspeaker. Sorry. So they're going to be way more expensive, but they're going to sound good. So whatever.
I mean, if you like that kind of brand, go for it.
What's your opinion of CT Sounds? We've done a couple of them. No. It's hey, it's a me tour. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. We've had this conversation a bunch of times. There's really nothing wrong with anything. It's like nothing's terrible anymore. I mean, most stuff out there is pretty damn good. It's just a matter of what you like. There's like we were talking about just Planet Audio a minute ago. We carry a $59 Planet Audio amp. We've sold probably 300 or 400 of them, and I've never gotten one back. It never goes bad. Is it the most amazing amplifier on the planet? No, it's a $59 amplifier that just works.
Yeah, exactly.
So, are there speakers that sound bad? Oh, God, yes. But do they sound terrible? Well, to a prima donna like me, yeah. But to somebody that doesn't know what they're listening to, no.
Money's not the problem. There you go.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So it's just whatever you want.
All right, Pepe, real quick. Si en realidad tienes espacio, pon dos amplificadores. Si en realidad no tienes espacio, ve por un amplificador bueno y te ahorras ahora sí que toda la cablería que necesitas hacer.
Okay, so wait, in theory you could bridge the front and rear outputs from the head unit to gain more power. Funny you should ask that.
Who's that?
Okay, let's say 5, 4,
Okay,
5.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
so check this out. Most people don't know this, but if you go into the settings of your Pioneer radio, it's going to have a feature. You have to be in source off, and you go into the settings. There is a setting, especially in the single DINs, where it is rear, or it says sub rear or rear rear. That's for the 4RC output ones. If you don't have the 4R, it won't be there. So on most Pioneers, you can actually bridge the rear channels to a subwoofer. Okay, because the idea behind it, which I have no idea what it was, is that you could use the front outputs for left and right and use the rear outputs to go to a factory subwoofer. Doesn't make any sense to me, but you could do it on some of the older Pioneers. I haven't checked to see if it's current, but no, as far as just grabbing one of those and bridging it, no. Deck power is not made to be bridged at all. That's a great way to blow up that little stupid amplifier inside of it.
All right, Daniel. If the money is not the problem, definitely go with the Utopias. If you have the money to buy those speakers, go for it. Man.
Money is relative. Okay, so to say money is not a problem. If that was the case, we'd all be driving Lamborghinis. And so it's not whether you want to spend the money, it's what's right for you. We do a podcast on this, which I don't think is hit for anybody other than the Patreons.
Mm-hmm.
But it's you have to put it all together and figure out what is good, what is bad. If you want help putting a system together, just give us a call. We can talk about it and figure it out.
Definitely.
The question was asked, do I think if
Scotty.
Kenwood is going to come out with a DSP? Technically, Kenwood already has a DSP. It's called the 600 DSP. It's their 600 watt amplifier that's designed to work in conjunction with the iData AR. It's 6 channels of amplification plus an additional 4 RC outputs for more. So it's 10 channels of power. It has a smart app that you can use to control the thing that has a 32 band 10 channel EQ along with a 3 band per channel parametric EQ, time correction, independent level control. There's a user mode and a non-user mode. And in non-user mode, you get the subwoofer volume control, and you get preset settings and all that. So, yeah, I foresee Kenwood probably migrating that over into a black box, which is what Pioneer just did with theirs, which is their black box DSP that they just came out with, which we can talk about another day. I don't know the model number off the top of my head, but we did get one in, and I can go with that. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with one. I mean, Alpine's got one now that's just a 2-year-old DSP that they've had. Pioneer has one now, which is basically just a single DIN radio that they took the radio portion out of and said, hey, look, we have a DSP. It's only got 1 channel of input. So if people were bitching about a DSR-1 not having inputs, well, the Pioneer has 1.
Christian.
1.
If your money were an issue, I would buy it in Sedan and go full active. Hey, man.
Okay.
I'm
down.
I think you're going to sell it.
No, but, well, hey, if money wasn't an issue, we'd all have them. They wouldn't have only made 100 of them. How do you know what size amp fuse for multiple amp systems? 5,500 watts worth of total amp power. Huh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think they make one single fuse that's big enough for that guy. Typically what you do is you'd add up the amount of current draw on each amplifier. So if you had 3 amps and there was 900 amps of fusing, you're going to need a lot of fuses underneath the hood. I'm pretty sure there's a calculator out there that you can type in on Google and it will give you that. But typically rule of thumb for me is always just add up the amp's current draw, and that's the fuses that I need for underneath the hood. Keep in mind, the fuse underneath the hood is only to protect the wire. That's it. It's not protecting the amplifier. The amplifier either has a fuse on it that's going to protect it, or it has some kind of short circuit protection built into it. So like a Rockford amp has short circuit protection built into it, whereas let's say a Pioneer amp has fuses on the side of it. Those fuses are designed to blow if the power supply goes bad. If a MOSFET burns out, chances are the fuse will blow after the fact and blow way too late because of the distance between the fuse and the MOSFET. If you have a fuse holder way up underneath the hood, the only thing that is there for is to protect it when it passes through that firewall and runs through the car. If anywhere it gets poked along the way, it should blow the fuse to its power source. So the one under the hood is only there to protect that wire, not the amplifier.
So
Aren't fuses for cable protection.
No, protection. So somebody say fuses or circuit breakers.
So I'm a fuse guy. I like fuses because a fuse is a definite blow, meaning when it blows, it's over. There was a problem, the fuse blew. Why did it blow? You have to figure it out. And you have to pay every time, so chances are good you're going to figure it out. A circuit breaker blows, you pop the hood, you flip the thing, and yay, it's back again. Woo-hoo. You didn't figure out why it blew. Okay? So there was clearly a problem why it blew. Figuring it out saves you the issue of having to burn your car to the ground. I had a bad experience with a circuit breaker, so I don't use them anymore. Now, is there certain situations where circuit breakers are better? Yeah, like if you got a boat, circuit breaker.
Yeah, definitely. It's
way
good.
to go on a boat.
Yeah.
Why not? There again, it all depends on your needs. If it's something like you're going to be turning on and off your amplifiers constantly, like because you're servicing them or you're an SPL guy or whatever, where you're constantly back there fidgeting, a circuit breaker might be better just so you can turn power off way easier. So it just comes down to what you like. I like fuses. Device is off.
Huh?
It just said device is off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what the heck is that?
I don't know.
Did it freeze up?
No, I mean, that's what I'm watching right now.
That was weird.
Hmm.
So, Kicker KS components versus Alpine Type R components. Ooh, I've never thought of that one. Oh, we're frozen.
Yeah. No. You keep.
Oh no, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so we're back. It's just YouTube, by the way. You notice that? So Kicker KS versus R-Type components.
Oh.
Yeah. What's that? Sydney Armour, German Maestro, former employee of MB Quartz. Cool. How can I run multiple?
Oh man, I will. Man. Kicker KS components versus Alpines. Type R, okay. There you go. Jason said he liked the Type R's. Type R sound good.
I don't know though. I don't know if I'm sold on that.
Really?
Live is fine. Thanks. I
Thank
actually
you.
use both with the dual battery setup for charging the AGM stingers independently. That's a good use for them. I like that.
Yeah.
That is a good use. Clean 35 uses them so he can isolate his batteries when he's charging them.
Oh, yeah.
But an isolator would do the same thing.
But that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Though. I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, there again, like I was saying, if you need to isolate batteries, then there you go. So here's the deal. When it comes to what's better, what defines better when it comes to a speaker? Are we purely talking about mechanicalness?
Thank you, Victor.
What went into making the speaker? So in that case, is the composite basket with neodymium of the Alpine better than the shallower mount stamped steel frame and bigger strontium style magnet of the Kicker? Does that make that one better because it's made out of more exotic materials? Or are we just going to purely talk about sound quality? Or are we going to talk about the fact that with like a KS 6.5 component, you can take the tweeter out and make it a coaxial or a mid-range component set. So you can have a coaxial, or you can pull the tweeter out and have a set like that, making it more versatile. Does that make it more better than? Or are we going to talk about the fact that like the Alpine, the crossovers are built onto the drivers. So as far as mounting it in locations, that seems easier if you have a tweeter on the inside the car and a mid-range in the door, whereas opposed to the Kicker that has an outboard crossover network. So there's many things aesthetically as well as sonically that make speakers better or worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It really just depends. Now, the tweeters sound totally different. The mid-range power sounds totally different. So they have characteristics that way. Some are better. I really liked Haley's car with the KS series. I think they sounded
so
really
Pepe,
good.
check the KS. Yeah.
So
I never heard Infinities.
There again, it's just a matter of what. Yeah. First off, is it going to work in your car? Should always be the first thing you think about. Can I make this work in my car? Secondly, am I going to like the way it sounds? But realistically, you're going to do it the other way. What sounds better? I'll make it fit.
All right. Somebody say, what kind of backup camera tester do you use?
It's a CCTV tester. If you go to DNF tool drawers, when you go to the meters section, you can buy one of these guys here. You have to buy a cable and put an RCA on the end of it. It's, I don't know, 100 something bucks.
Yeah,
it's
but
pretty
this
cheap.
is what we use.
That's what we use.
Okay.
It'll power the camera as well as, So that's that. Rockford Fosgate is better.
Hey, like I
See,
say,
there
you
we
know,
go.
different people,
things.
different.
See,
yeah.
the nice thing about 5-star, and I mean 5-star of the store, not 5-star of the show, is that we carry so much product.
Yeah.
We carry Kicker, we carry Rockford, we carry Focal, we carry Morel, we carry Hertz Addison. We have tons of stuff. Kenwood, Pioneer, Alpine. So we get to play with all of it.
Yep.
And
definitely.
yes, we know what we like, and sometimes we don't like. So it just depends.
Yeah.
But that's also why when you come in and we talk to you, and you can tell us what you like. We can go, okay, well, try this. Paper cone sounds best, but wears out fast. That is the myth. Yes, the paper cones do sound really good. However, that was something that they said back in the 60s. Now there's way cooler stuff to make cones out of, and I feel that if paper was the best there was, or is, they wouldn't spend all this time and money doing research on better cones. So, does paper sound good? Yeah. Is there better stuff now? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
You know, because I know most of the speakers I like don't have paper cones.
No.
All is well. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah. You guys need an eBay, Amazon store. Actually,
We have
if you
the
go
Amazon,
to
but-
DNL True Drawer,
So the reason why we
take
don't
you
actually
to Amazon.
the reason why we don't sell any brands, okay?
No.
So for example, like we don't list the Pioneer radios, the 9905, or any of the stuff like that, is
No.
because then we'd be in direct competition with Paul. So the channel is mine, the store is his.
Correct.
The rent is paid by Paul, the tools are mine.
Yeah.
I don't want to compete with Paul on like an Amazon or an eBay store
No,
selling products.
no.
So that's why we don't have that. And he doesn't want to get involved in e-commerce side of things. He will mail you anything you want as long as you're in the continental U.S. So if there is
Right.
products that you want, he will ship them to you.
Mm-hmm.
So he does do that. So if you
Yeah.
if you wanted to buy something from us, he will gladly sell you anything you want. Just like if you're interested in the Ultimate Salesman, the 80th anniversary Pioneer box set, stereo in a box, one of very few. You can give him a call at 727-216-6170, and he will mail you anything you want. And you don't have to worry about being counterfeit or fake, because we're a dealer for everything we carry.
Yes.
Not even the tools. The tools we do have. So that's
yes, exactly.
That's what the DNF tool drawer is. So if you go to DNF tool drawer, like if you caught the Christmas video, at the bottom of the video, throughout the whole video, it says DNFtooldrawer.com. DNF tool drawer, we have all the tools we use. So the cool camera tester that he just showed
Right
you,
there.
you can go there in the meters section. We have them all categorized in a nice, there again, it's going to be nice and neat because that's how I roll. You can grab, click, and it'll take you right to the Amazon store and you can purchase it.
Yep.
And then we'll get a couple pennies, and it helps to produce the show. It's an amazing thing. Dean, you look
There you
skinny.
go.
Are you on a diet?
No.
No, just eating healthy. A lot of fruit, a lot of chicken, a lot of vegetables.
No, you know, maybe Armando,
Used to
because
run a
you're
lot, till I hurt
watching
myself.
the old videos, so now change.
What are we talking about?
That you're skinny, you know.
Well, yeah, but even still, the new videos, very few of them have.
Well, maybe he just started watching it, you know.
Well, yeah, I've lost.
I don't
some
know.
weight. Yeah, but it's that crack habit.
Robert, Paul is a speaker pimp.
Trust me, Paul would not be able to do this in front of the camera. That's why he doesn't get in front of the camera. He's been on the. If you guys could.
2 shows.
He's been on
shows?
2 Facebook shows where we sat down. Fernando had to leave.
Yeah.
And so we had Paul on for the host, and we talked business. You know, we should probably get him back on again. I think for 2018, we'll get him back on again, and we can talk business.
2019.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll have him on the Facebook show because this is way too fast for him. He would not be able to keep up with this. Dean, I have IR running shoes on today, the ones with the toes.
There you go, and there come the gloves for the feet.
Yes, my convenient feet gloves. That's right, Vibrams. Ooh, and because they're on sale right now because of Black Friday, I just bought 3 new pair. Ooh, discount $55. Yeah, half price. Not these. These are just for work. I buy whatever I can find on sale, but they had them on sale for $55, down from $110. They had 3 colors, so I bought all 3 colors.
And if you guys have any questions, Jason froze. Jason, just type the DNF tool drawer for you guys. Thank you, Jason.
This is true. What I mentioned it. I don't remember what Brian said.
Rockville
What's up,
has a
Dave?
$120 amp that does 125 ohm.
125 watts at 4 ohms. That seems kind of expensive for a Rockville, but okay.
Right, man.
For better sound, upgrade Tacoma 6 miles or get an amp. Okay. So Toyotas. Toyotas. How I love the speakers in the Toyota suck. So always just
radio tone.
The radio sucks. The speakers suck. So it's a downhill effect. I would replace the speakers first. In a Toyota, I'd probably replace the speakers first, unless it has the factory 2-ohm speakers, in which case you're going to want to get an amplifier. So ideally, what you'd want to look at is getting a new amplifier and some new speakers. And if I might make a suggestion, the Kicker Key would be a great addition to that truck. It's high-level input, and it's got an EQ and a DSP with a simple setup. If you're interested in it, go back and watch our Kicker Key video where we put the KS series speakers, which we've been talking a lot on the show, along with the Key amplifier into Haley's Ford. It's in the install bay videos. It's also tagged in the Kicker playlist. Go check that out. It's the most reasonably priced, awesome 4-channel amplifier. You can get something like an Alpine 455U or a Pioneer GM100, but they aren't going to do anything to improve that factory sound, whereas the Kicker Key will. So, voila. What are we laughing at?
Those toes freak me out, like the toes.
Everyone freaks out about them, man. Trust me. There's friends of mine are just like, oh, God, really? I got socks, too, so, like, don't, the feet are not bare, so they make socks. And they're stupid expensive because they got to sew all those little toes.
Hey, why not?
Yeah. It's awesome, right? It's how we live.
Yeah.
What does that say? Hey, Dean and Fernando, what is the best frequency? Of course, I put the cursor hertz to set mid-range speakers, and should you use all pass or high pass? So AP on an amplifier means, not to be confused with an all-pass filter, but that comes out of a Toyota radio. All pass just means all frequencies pass, and that specific reference on the side of an amplifier. HP means high pass, meaning that's where the crossover in the amplifier is going to take over. Typically, when we're setting up an amplifier, when we're wiring up on the bench, right out of the box, the first thing we do is turn on the high pass filter, if we're going to be using it, which most of the time we are, and we set it to what should be around 80 hertz. Okay, gains all the way down. Once we get into the car and we figure out where our gains need to be, we start working with the crossover. We start playing some music. Isolation is the key, and we'll end on this because we've talked about it a couple times before, but isolation is the key. When you're tuning a system, pick a set of speakers, play only them. So fade to the front, fade to the rear. Listen to what they're doing in the front, play some music, see what's going on. If there's too much bass, turn the crossover up. If there's not enough bass, try turning the crossover down. Play at volume and below volume, meaning play a song that you listen to. Don't play some foo-foo-y stuff that you never listen to. We always play the same song because we know how it sounds. Find a song, you know how it's supposed to sound, and play that. There again, once you get the front sounding the way you want them, fade to the rear, repeat the process. Don't worry about numbers on the crossover dial. Worry about how the speaker is performing. You can use your ears to set a crossover on a mid-range. Tweeter, forget it. It's next to impossible.
Yep.
But, do it by ear. You need something. You need a CC1 or you need a digital, something that gives you an actual readout where you can type in the numbers you want. Mm-hmm. But as far as like tuning a mid-range, by all means, play the music, start at 80 hertz, work your way up, work your way down. More than likely, you're going to be working your way up. If you just want a number, like you're like, I just have numbers on my deck, what should I put them at? Start at 120, and you'll probably be okay. Is that good?
Yep.
Awesome. Have you guys ever done any stereo upgrades on a newer Lexus IS series with the new head units? Are they any different or harder to work on? I don't think we've done that.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah. The one we did 2L7s, remember?
Yeah.
Did you make the flush pump in the back?
I made a flush panel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
L7.
Out of plastic. I don't remember. But no, they're about the same. I don't
remember. Okay, anyway. Yeah.
No. All right, guys. Yeah, so that's going to be it for today. That takes us to a cool hour. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best audience. I swear to God, you guys are amazing. We love it. This is the best part of our day. This ends our week. We end our week talking to you guys, having a lot of fun.
Thank you for the support.
It's a great time. D&F Tool Jar, as we said, is a place you can find all the cool tools we use to do our installs. Teespring.com/store/5stars, where you can find all the cool t-shirts. And, it's a great Christmas gift, so make sure you go ahead and pick one of those up. Patreon is a place where you can go to support the show. If you support the show on Patreon, you get the podcast in a video form. That's right, you get an extra video. We do them about twice a month, so there's always something for you to enjoy. Otherwise, you can go to Podbeam, iTunes, or Google Play and pick up the podcast. It's a half-hour show where we just talk about car stereo stuff. We pick a topic and we beat it into the ground.
Don't forget,
it's a lot of fun.
Monday, Facebook Live show.
That's right, Monday, Facebook Live. And Tuesday, oh my gosh, Tuesday is another Facebook Live show with Ernie Hartman, the head of AMP Tech Support. That's going to be an amazing show. Gosh, I can't wait. It's been a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm going to go ride a bike.
If you want this, please
give Paul a call. Anyways,
call Paul.
You guys have a safe weekend as always. Ubers are cheap, lifts are fun. Meet a friend. Don't drive drunk. It's dumb. Okay. You know, I was gonna, spay or neuter your pets, but I figured this is an audience where, we might need to do the other thing. Don't drive drunk. Lift. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Bye.
We'll see y'all Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
No opinions on the Android head units.